transfer talk with just under 9.5 hours to go until that deadline. What's the latest at Chelsea? We can rejoin one of our transfer team, Emma Payton. And Emma, everyone's asking about Antonio Rudiger's future. What can you tell us?
Yeah, Tom, for me, one of the surprise stories of this transfer window, really, this story regarding Antonio Rudiger. As it stands at the moment, our understanding is that AC Milan, PSG and Spurs are three of a number of clubs interested in taking him. And he can, of course, still stay at Chelsea. I will say that, but he would then reassess his options come January. Now, if Chelsea do allow him to leave on loan, it is very likely that they will want to extend his contract by a year to protect his value. He is, of course, now into the final 2 years of his contract at Chelsea. Worth saying as well, he's only been in one matchday squad out of 6 for Chelsea this season. Was actually an unused sub in that game. That was their opening weekend win over Brighton. And on from that, I mean, he wants to play regular football, wants to play first-team football, wants to be in the Germany squad next summer in the Euros. And I say he hasn't played for Chelsea this season, did start for Germany in both of their Nations League fixtures last month as well. So look, remains to be seen what happens, but a number of clubs, Tom, interested in Antonio Rudiger.
But what about more outgoings at the club before the deadline?
Yeah, well, Tom, we've spoken about it on countless occasions on the show, haven't we, that Chelsea need to trim this squad. We've also said there are up to 11 players that Chelsea would be willing to listen to offers for. I'll start with the sort of bigger names that the fans want to hear about. Midfielder Jorginho, we know Arsenal are interested. That one probably looking less likely now, but is not 100% off at this stage. There's then, of course, a lot of talk about Callum Hudson-Odoi. We know Bayern Munich had a loan bid with a £17 million option to buy rejected by Chelsea over the weekend. Also worth saying as well, since then they are moving to bring Douglas Costa into the club, so that one looks less likely. One that is going ahead, Tamuri Bakayoko, he is heading to Napoli on loan to link up again with Gennaro Gattuso. And away from that as well, our colleagues at Sky in Italy are saying that Inter Milan are weighing up whether to bring Victor Moses back to the club on loan. Of course, he spent the second half of last season on loan at Inter Milan with Antonio Conte, but they have in the last few hours brought in fullback Matteo Darmian. So look, there are a whole host of players that could potentially go out on loan, Tom. We heard Gianfranco Zola talking about Kepa earlier. No offers for him as of yet. But like I said, a number of players could well be leaving Stamford Bridge before that 11 o'clock deadline.
Emma, great stuff. Thank you. Now we're going to cross to Germany because we've got a special guest today, former Liverpool and Newcastle midfielder, amongst others. Dietmar Hamann joins us. Didi, it's great to have you with us. Good afternoon to you. We're going to start with Jadon Sancho. What have you made of the whole saga from out there?
Well, this is something we should leave to the FA and Borussia Dortmund. Don't really know the ins and outs. I think there's a lot of rules and restrictions they have to obey to at the moment in these difficult times. And as I said, I don't really know in detail what happened. But if he broke these COVID rules, then obviously he has to be punished.
Oh no, Didi, I only meant about the transfer news. What have you made of it from out there? Because in England, people, especially Manchester United fans, have got very excited about Jadon Sancho, but it's looking very unlikely. What's the feeling been like in Germany?
It wasn't really much of a story. Obviously, I followed the English media. People talked about maybe there's still an opportunity.
Liverpool against Reading in the FA Cup replay. We have already played him once.
The 10th is a deadline. I think they put a price on him.
My laptop had died on me.
If Manchester United want to play, I think they made it clear to them. You have to pay the money. You have to pay it a certain time or a certain date. They haven't done that, and I don't see any way that Jadon Sancho ends up at Manchester United today.
Decider.
Like you say,
so we decided to keep it little
in January regards Jadon Sancho, did he?
I doubt it's going to happen in January. You know,
because the big transfer deadline.
Big plans. They've got a very young team.
Mark, watch it live on YouTube.
A player from England in Haaland.
It's maybe the Premier League, Championship League one.
Last year.
All the teams around the world
selling the play in January because they want to win the league. Bayern Munich won it the last 8 seasons, so I think they want to break that dominance of Bayern Munich. And I can't see him going in January. I think he'll be here for the season. What's going to happen next summer remains to be seen.
We're obviously going to talk about Liverpool with you, Diddy, and aside from yesterday's result, what have you made of the business that they've done, in particular, Thiago Alcantara?
Yeah, he's a brilliant player. We know that. He had a lot of injury problems in Munich, but I think he showed in the Champions League final what a brilliant player he is. He can also play the deeper role as a holding midfielder, and I think he gives a different dimension to Liverpool, because the players they've got, I don't think they have the creativity and the guile Thiago has. So I think the style of Liverpool, the style of play, I think will change if he's in the team. It's a shame now that he has to miss a couple of weeks. But I think he'll be a great addition, and I think he gives him something extra which he didn't have before.
Hi everybody, welcome to...
Indeed, it looks like you're having a COVID-secure deadline day over there in Germany. Everything's looking really good. What excitement can we expect from you over in Germany over the next few hours before your window shuts?
Well, there's a lot going on. Bayern Munich signed a few players. There might be one more coming. And I didn't really expect it, because the last few weeks and months, as you know, were really quiet, and not much did happen on the transfer market. So it's really a bit of a surprise.
Our second team out.
Transfers are coming in from France to Italy and vice versa. So it's very interesting.
The second team is actually quite good.
The Liverpool players have been on loan.
We have Carlos Jones, William, Edward.
Did I'm going to ask you about Callum Hudson-Odoi, because talks with Bayern Munich over a loan deal has been going on.
I'll have Harry Wilson next year. Wilson will be another one, and he'll be probably must be going out on loan again, but if he does well in the pre-season, if he does alright in the pre-season, I'll keep hold of him. But if not, I'll loan him back out for another loan spell. So when all the loan players come back, we can completely swipe the team, put all the loan players in, and then see how they react together in a team when they play before the pre-season, in the pre-season campaign.
Great to speak to you, Diddy. Thank you. Now, Crystal Palace have been active in this window, but could there be more business done? We can join another one of our transfer team, Michael Bridge, who's at their training ground now. Always good to see you, Michael. Our Palace have been known to do business on deadline day before, as you know more than anyone. Is this year different?
Never say never, Tom, here at Crystal Palace. We spoke to a contact very high up at the club, and they say this is the afternoon where their phone
Messi John.
Players elsewhere.
Messi pitching the Carlos Jones.
Remember, Christmas came early for them with Jose coming in from QPR. That was the
God, thanks.
He's already in, but as I say, if something
Andy Robinson and John Maria would do it for £61 million.
As Roy said to me as well on Friday, they would look into it. So never say never, but the message is here. They are happy with things as it stands at the moment.
But when you look at the players that Palace have already brought in and the start that they've made to the season, should the fans be happy right now with what they've got?
Well, they're coming off the back of 4-0 defeat time against
Chelsea. The penalty for Liverpool.
Desperately unlucky, weren't they, against Everton? But they won against Southampton in that fantastic, well-deserved win at Manchester United at Old Trafford, and Wilfried Zaha, phenomenal. It's great for me to be talking about Wilfried, not to be talking about Wilfried Zaha this summer for Palace fans. You know, they're sick of it every year, worried that the man they love here is going to leave, but I'm told anyone to come in for him at the moment as well. So that is good news as well. But as we always know here at Crystal Palace, it's a you never know situation. So I'm not going anywhere. I'm keeping the energy up, Tom, Mark and Dave. Got my vegan energy bites, biodegradable packet as well. So I'm not going anywhere. You never know at Crystal Palace.
Good. Michael, thank you.
Liverpool, I've been to Reading.
Next, we're going to speak live to, well, we're going to be in Italy actually to speak live to Gianluca Di Marzio.
Liverpool are 1-0 up against Reading now. Reading have gone 1-0 down.
Just a moment, we've got to stay on this because otherwise it will never change.
Transfer deadline.
Patient play from them. Cleverly done. Well, this could bring them level. It's come off the goalkeeper, still in play. Spotted that well and intercepted.
Well, Liverpool
Ryan Messi.
themselves if they don't see this through now.
Swift. Richards. Well, the assistant has flagged straight away for the offside.
Well, he's a quick runner, this boy, and if he just delays it for a second, you'd still get in.
Now Jones. Threads it through. Looking at Messi. Gone for the header. We'll have to see that. Especially you, Alan. You can head it much, much better than
Yellow. For so long, it's been the colour of transfer deadline day here on Sky Sports News. But now, it's going to be green as well. As part of Sky's ambition to go net zero by 2030, we're doing things differently this year. Our coverage will be a certified 3-star Albert sustainable production.
Who's Albert? Don't know any Albert.
Did you say Albert? Yeah, I definitely know the name.
Albert on deadline day. Heard of him?
Albert.
Who? Do you know Albert?
Didn't he used to play for Chelsea up front a few years ago? Big man, target man, lovely first touch.
I don't know an Albert. Is someone trying to buy him or something?
So what's Albert up to these days?
Well, Rob, Albert is the gold standard when it comes to environmental sustainability in TV and film. It's a BAFTA and industry-backed consortium set up to tackle the environmental impacts of broadcasting, whether it's reducing travel or encouraging everyone to go vegan for the day. We're taking many steps to reduce our carbon footprint to make this the greenest deadline day ever.
So what's that? You don't want me to wear a yellow tie this year, you want me to wear a green tie? Okay, got it.
Axel Witsel.
This is Transfer Talk. It's time to head to Italy now and join our colleague Gianluca Di Marzio. Gianluca, great to have you on Transfer Talk. Now, there have been strong reports out in Italy about Amad Traore. Is he heading to Manchester United?
Yes, it's a pleasure for me to be with you this afternoon. Yes, Diallo Traore is going to Manchester United. It was a very big surprise today here in Italy because Traore was going on loan from Atalanta to Parma. But just this morning, Atalanta called Parma to say we are not selling you, we are not giving you on loan this player anymore because we are going to sell him to Manchester United. And the price is very, very high. It's 30 million euro plus bonus. And he's a starlet. He's a very, very young talent. He's 2002. He started playing in Atalanta. The first match he scored with Udinese. And I remember a youth league match in Manchester against Manchester City was October 2019. Atalanta won 3-1. You can control against Manchester City, and he scored. He scored the goal against Manchester City, and a goal and assist. and I don't know, probably in that day one of Manchester United scout was there and remained surprised, no? But this talent, and Atalanta is an incredible club, and when they have to sell a young player, they do it, and Manchester United bought an incredible talent. I don't know if he's arriving now or in January, but the deal is going to be closed now. For the work permit, probably will arrive in January, but we can have updates in the next hours.
Fantastic stuff. That's one to keep an eye on today for sure. Moving on to another player, Gianluca. Will Milan get Antonio Rudiger?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. It's very difficult deal because Rudiger has a high salary, and I think it's a very difficult deal. And a difficult deal is from Smalling, Manchester United, AS Roma. Is going negative way in these moments, but everything can change and happen till 8 o'clock. But even Smalling, AS Roma is not going well. Emerson Palmieri, Juventus, no. Juventus decided not to go forward to this opportunity. While Moses, Inter, could be an opportunity in the last minutes. It's not sure probably, but Antonio Conte wants Moses again in his team, and we'll see if Inter Milan will do this transfer on loan in these next hours.
Gianluca, just to mention Chris Smalling again there, you spoke about him there, but is there a particular reason why this deal with Roma is moving further away? Is it simply the money on offer?
Yeah, the winner takes all, no second leg in this tournament.
It's a question of money, yes, it's a question of money. Manchester United continued to ask 20 million of euro, and Roma is at 15. Probably one movement from Roma and one movement from Manchester United to go together to arrive in a middle situation could be important for this deal. But the agents, the people doing this transfer told me 5 minutes ago that it's very difficult to find an agreement. So probably, if will be a last-minute deal.
Gianluca, last time we spoke to you at the end of the interview, you threw in an exclusive bit of transfer news. Have you got any more for us today?
No, one of those 50-50 decisions.
Yes, Deulofeu is going from Watford to Udinese. It's a family transfer, a family deal, no? Because the club is of Gino Pozzo, the Pozzo family, but Deulofeu waited for Fiorentina, waited for Milan, for other important clubs, but now he's going to Udinese, so he's going on loan to Udinese in the next hours. Sarr, the young defender of Chelsea had him in the last weeks, no? He's going on Porto on loan, so he will go playing in Portugal, and then will come back to Chelsea when he is more expert. And then Andersen, Lyon defender, former Sampdoria player, we know in Italy very well, is very good defender. He is going to London to have medicals with Fulham, and so I think they will do this transfer, even if Lyon wants to have a substitute of Andersen before the green light, the definite green light to Joachim Andersen to Fulham. But he's going to do the medical, so I think the deal could be good and okay till 8 o'clock.
Thank you, that was amazing.
Okay, see you later. Have a good deadline day.
Yes, thank you, and to you.
Well, that's what a striker's game should be all about, anticipating the knockdown in there first.
The last little game actually was about Wolves. Let's get to Wolves. It's been a good window for them, and there's more reason for them to be happy. How about transfer team Anton Louis can tell us more about it?
Yeah, it's not a deadline day deal, but it is a news of a potential signing for Wolverhampton Wanderers that will keep their fans very happy indeed. Adama Traore, the club hope he will be the latest name to sign a new long-term contract at the club. Now, his current deal doesn't run out until 2023.
You're going to know it straight after the game, and it's difficult, but can you get your head round what you've just seen? Can you explain it at all?
Nowhere near the goal. Yeah, and his teammates aren't overly impressed with that.
I'm watching that and I'm going to lose what I'm...
The under-23s, as most of the senior squad is away on international duty. He's available for transfer, as is Roderick Rinder, as both are unlikely to make the 25-man Premier League squad. And one more player who potentially leaves today is Oscar Burr, the right-back. He's in talks with Volendam about a season-long loan.
Well done, Anton, thank you. Right, so it's nearly finished now, transfer talk, and until January anyway. Let's round up some of our favourite moments from the last few weeks. Okay, Dave, what was yours?
Well, it has to be Gareth Bale arriving. We were live on air when he pitched up at Tottenham's training ground. We followed his plane on Good Morning Transfers, and then on Transfer Talk we got those exclusive shots of him arriving at the Tottenham training ground to rapturous applause. It doesn't beat that for me in this transfer window.
Yeah, I think that's fair enough. And Mark, you, every Tuesday we get a load of EFL managers to give us updates. Every single one of them was really good, but one stood out, didn't it?
Yeah, a big thank you to all the managers, because I used to hit them up on a Sunday on the WhatsApp, which I know probably wasn't the best thing for them. They're trying to prepare for
He's good for a goal.
It was transfer news, but like you say, Stuart McCall definitely stood out. Take a look at this.
2 seconds, Mark, his agent's just coming over. Hola, buenos dias.
Swift.
Misunderstanding?
And then I think it was to say £50,000, no, a year, not £50,000 a week. Great fun there from the Bradford manager, Stuart McCall. Do you want mine?
Yes.
Yeah, right.
So what's yours?
I'll tell you what mine is. Thanks for asking. Aaron Hickey moved from Hearts to Bologna, and this unveiling was something else. I was almost crying with laughter.
Number 4.
That's Aaron Hickey picking up what we believe is supposed to be the Loch Ness Monster, right, after his move from Hearts. So he's moved from Edinburgh. Remember that Aaron Hickey is actually from Glasgow, yet Bologna announced it with the Loch Ness Monster when he's from nowhere near Inverness. I thought it was another unveiling, which I
number 4.
Yeah, I love this one, the Ricardo Quaresma one. Take a look at these pictures, because this is something else. And I think after that, I said live on the show, if a Premier League side could get a new signing on a horse, I would donate £500 to charity. Here we are on deadline.
He scored all 4 goals for Liverpool.
They haven't done it.
Liverpool are 4-0 up at home.
With those tight shorts.
That was Tom's suggestion.
Well, no, I got...
That's a whisper. Oh no, you got a better to go through. Run it. Look away.
Okay, it's been great fun.
Get the post.
Good morning transfers as well.
Liverpool are just hanging on to this. With a 4-0 aggressive finish by their winner, who had never scored 4 goals in one game. He had today, he's got scored 2 from a penalty spot, 2 from a shot, and that was an absolutely beauty goal for Totalio. Mabio.
Until then, we have 9 hours and just under 4 minutes still to go.
Mabio. Look. I'll have to take Milner. Milner went all the way. Milner had to win on the outside. Played it back to him. Played it to Lyon. Harvey Elliott. Played it into the character. And Liverpool are leading. I have to keep coming out and then go back in again, because I like live straight with it though, because that's what I said it. Liverpool. Andrew Wishburn gets the goal for Liverpool. Make it number 5. And we have an absolutely low knockout. Andrew Wishburn has scored his first goal for the club. It's Andrew Wishburn.
That's what's going to be played for added time.
Wishburn is live, it's fun, it's beat everybody away. We are carrying everybody away from Liverpool. Liverpool. 5-0, 5-0.
This guy looks like he's the one the opposition having the most problems with.
Well, he's proved so elusive around that penalty area. They can't get to grips with him, and as a result, he's got himself a few goals.
And we're revisiting the cosmos, and we're giving you some highlights of the things that you might see in the night sky through the month of October. And we're starting very early on in October with the night of
Scores from the spot. He's reliable from 12 yards.
And what we're going to see is that the moon is going to be very, very close to what is now quite a brilliant display of the planet Mars. So that's worth a look out for.
Two for him today, and his team are benefiting from his sharpness in front of goal, knocking the ball into the back of the net.
3rd of October.
Some width for Liverpool here.
Seeing that the planet Venus is going to be quite close
no doubt
to
in the referee's
sun
mind about the
star
penalty.
Regulus. Very, very interesting if you want to plot the position of the planets. Moving on a little bit further into the month, we're going to be looking at the 14th of October, and we're going to see that the crescent moon is going to form a striking pair with, again, the planet Venus. That's very early in the morning.
Great ball from Messi.
5 o'clock. We're going to see
time to size up the situation in front of goal.
Now on the 21st, 22nd of October, we're going to see the Orionid meteor showers.
And
this
play
is
to
debris
Ellie.
that's breaking up and falling into the atmosphere.
Trying to steer it through.
From the Halley's Comet.
It's another one for them. They go further in front, and they are full value for this position.
Display that we have spoken about in previous visits. Now moving further on to the 25th.
You don't often get a first half as one-sided as this one. They've been very good, the team that are leading, of course.
Come to an end. So if you want the exact time, it's 2 a.m. This is the time we're going to be changing our clocks.
Swift.
So we need to go back 1 hour to that date.
Trying to spot potential ball to open them up. Keeping the ball well.
Space to try and hit it now. Push back out into play.
Second full moon of the month, and this is sometimes known as the
And it's cut out by Messi.
Chance
to go at the opposition with pace.
It's just the fact that we've got
looks so promising. Really in the clear now. In on goal. He really fancied him to score. But the goalkeeper kept his belief and kept him out.
Yeah, I mean, he'll be asking where his defenders were, but come at the hour, he stepped up there, didn't he, the keeper?
Just one thing to mention, biodynamically, we are now thinking about spraying our
In goes the corner.
spray. This is a blood preparation that we put together to strengthen Earth forces, and we'll be covering the whole of the estate, the 70-acre estate here at Cornish, with this spray. It's a very big land event. So, hope you enjoyed that. Take care now.
This is Brian. He has over £7,500 in credit card debt, £2,000.
What type of perverted person are you? I want to know right now.
An angry father confronting the woman who allegedly sexually abused his 13-year-old son.
You are a monster. You are a pedophile. You're a child molester. Do you understand me?
On the other end of that phone call, Brittany Samora, their son's 6th grade teacher at Las Brisas Academy Elementary School in Goodyear, Arizona.
Why do you say that?
Oh, see, I'm a lot smarter than you.
Not long after, Zamora was arrested.
Officer has a body cam on him as well.
The 27-year-old pulled over and put in handcuffs, charged with sexual abuse after allegedly carrying on a secret relationship with one of her students.
Zamora, did you have an inappropriate relationship with a 13-year-old boy, one of your students?
It wasn't that trove of handwritten notes that would uncover the alleged abuse. Instead, the boy's parents discovered illicit cell phone conversations by using a free app called Sentry. It monitors keywords and one day flagged repeated use of the word baby.
I saw at the bottom that it had Mrs. Zamora Instagram profile. I told my husband and we looked it over.
Dad confronted his son. The child explaining during this interview with investigators, which was blurred to protect his identity.
Like, he came home and he was like, come to my bedroom. I said, yes, sir. And he was like, who are you texting? And then he showed me the text messages. And he like, yeah, one chance to tell me, yeah, why me?
The parents in this case did all the right things. They had an open and honest dialogue with their child. They monitored their child's cell phone usage.
I'm downloading the app
to protect my loved ones.
It's free and easy to use.
Before 5-0 gets ready. Before they did that to the ball again. Save Milner. Milner turned the ball. He turned the ball into the penalty area. Harvey Elliott.
Pringles has entered the game.
Made sure the pass wasn't completed. This particular day, EA Sports, we've got the presentation of the Premier League fixture for Liverpool. They'll be hosting Manchester United. Yeah. In behind the defender. And the referee looks to his assistant, who's got the flag up, it's offside.
And I will forever feel your strength when I need it more.
Bayer Leverkusen have been involved in the pursuit of a player. They've got their man now. Oh, he'll certainly be happy with it. Maybe the buying club will too, because £40 million, around that figure anyway, seems a reasonable price for somebody of his quality.
I can say this to your face.
No nonsense defending in the field.
But I know you
And I tell myself I'm so blessed to have had you in my life. I'll see you again. You never really left. I feel you walk beside me. I know I'll see you again.
No doubt in the referee's mind about the penalty, and also great penalty.
Welcome to the walks at Kings Lynn. Nice evening for it. It's a historic day for Kings Lynn Town Football Club. It's finished Kings Lynn Town 2, Yeovil Town 2. It's the first time Kings Lynn have ever in the National League, and I have to say without bias whatsoever, it was a terrific performance and they will be very proud of their first steps at this level. No crowd here. It was a sort of game that really did deserve it. I'm going to just show you that there is a little bit of a presence here. We've got some banners that were put up in the ground Stephen Cleve, the owner, was desperate for the fans to be here in spirit, and frankly, when you hear the cars go by, pipping their horns as they go, you know that they were thinking of Kings Lynn Town. Now, what they didn't see was a brilliant first half, actually. The football was top draw. Really good. They kept to their principles from last season. Ryan Jarvis, if I guess right, he's 34, and he is absolutely ripping it up still. He was magnificent first half. New signing Alex Brown, brilliant. Centre half Rory McCauley all through the game. How he didn't puncture the ball 2 or 3 times in challenges, I will never know. So it's a good first half. Half-time came, no goals. Yeovil had a couple of chances, there's no doubt about that, and probably should have been ahead. Lynn were getting half chances, and probably on their play deserved a goal, but actually when it came to, the real finishing, probably not. Anyway, Yeovil came out a different side at the start of the second half. Ian Culverhouse, the Lynn manager, won't be happy that they went ahead from a dead ball. It was a free kick from the left. And it was Luke Wilkinson, who's probably their best player, actually, got a header in, went beyond Alex Strick's left hand as he dived. And you think, oh dear, professional side, full-time, this is going to be really tough. But Lynn really worked hard, and it wasn't too long before Dale Southwell, who'd had a bit of a lonely furrow up top, he equalised. A cross came in from a ball came into the area by substitute Sonny Carey. It somehow found its way to Southwell. We didn't have TV monitors here. Suggestion was that he'd handballed it and he was offside. Be that as it may. There was a lot of discussion with the linesman, and the referee gave a goal. Not much you can say. What we saw was from our angle, that you can't tell if he's handballed it, and if he was offside, well, tough. So that was 1-1, doing all right. Yeovil were a better side in the second half than they had been in the first. But Lynn just wouldn't give up, and they wouldn't back down either, which was really refreshing to see. But Yeovil went ahead. This time it was a mistake in the middle of the park, really, by Lynn. They gave away possession. Yeovil broke, and the ball was smashed home by Courtney Doofus. And when I say smashed home, he really did give it a wallop. Alex Street might think he could have done better, but he had a fair bit of pace on it. So they've gone ahead for the second time. You think, oh dear me, will the class tell? We're talking about a part-time team here in Kings Lynn and a full-time team in Yeovil. Not so long ago, I can remember watching them against Norwich City in league action. So that's how much of a pedigree they've got. Anyway, by this time, Carey and Adam Marriott, the goalkeeper we all know and love, but who's missed a lot of pre-season because of injury, they were on the pitch, and it was Marriott who saved the day. Aaron Jones, who had a good game, putting the ball from the right. Marriott looked to be at the near post. Again, there were claims later that it was handball. I've seen, by the way, handball offside. I've seen, by the way, Yeovil people that away, absolutely walking around with monitors showing whoever will watch on their devices that the cameras showed it was something wrong with the goal. I prefer not to look. Don't want to ruin it, do we? And they can see up there, if you look, Mr. Grant Holt has been working with BT. That's by the by, sorry. So it finished 2-2. It's a very well-deserved point for Kings Lynn Town, I've got to say that. It's such a shame there would have been 4,000 people here, that I have no doubt. Such a shame they couldn't be in to watch it, because it's just a cracking performance. Now they go to Maidenhead on Tuesday night. There will probably be a doubt on Jamal Loza. He's got a slight groin problem. He missed today's game, so Sam Kelly came for him. And quite interesting that City have on loan Kings Lynn Town have on loan Norwich City goalkeeper, young Archie Mayer. Archie Mayer didn't start today. Alex Street was preferred to him. Alex Street been the regular here for a few seasons. And Ian Culverhouse said afterwards he just thought probably it might just have been a bit too big, too much pressure for Archie at the start. He just wants to let him sort of bed in and watch it. Alex Street didn't do too much wrong. He's never really let Kings Lynn down. So be very interested. But anyway, we head off to Maidenhead on Tuesday, and we go in good spirits. A couple of other things. Michael Gash has been out ill, very poorly. He's been over the summer. Good to see him here. Last thing I heard him say to